One of my biggest challenges when I came here just a year ago was that so many in the community don't know what Corpus Christi Metro Ministries is or does. And under that banner, if you will, we have our Loaves and Fishes cafeteria where we serve anywhere from 500 to 600 meals every day between lunch and dinner. We have the Gabbard Health Clinic that is open 2 nights a week. We have an eyeglass clinic. We've had diabetic shoe fitting over there. Our Rustic House for Men is a shelter for men over the age of 60. Our Rainbow House for Women and Children is a 64-bed shelter that last summer we were at capacity. And our Vineyard Employment and Social Services is just an amazing group of case managers who work with every single client individually on helping them reach their goals. Soft goals at first, and then medium goals, and then that ultimate goal of moving through our program and out the door to independent and sustainable living. And that's another important thing to know about Metro Ministries. We're not an overnight shelter. We're not a bed for hire, but we are a program for change.
I was in Austin for 3.5 years, and I was working for AT&T until I got laid off. Losing my house, my car, and all my possessions, and going through my retirement and my 401k plan that I had accumulated. So I decided to move back to Corpus to be next to family and try to make a new start. When I got here, it was harder finding a job than I anticipated. So I started living in my truck in hotels. I've never been without a job. I've always worked since I was 14. I felt lousy. I felt rejected. It was an empty feeling, not being able to go somewhere and contribute to society. It's a horrible feeling. I honestly fell into a depression. I started using pot to cope with being homeless and jobless. Then I realized that's not a way for me to live. I've never lived like that before. I had called my church and asked about a food bank, where to get some clothing, and that I was living in my truck. And they had no idea because you would have never looked at me and tell that I was homeless. I asked them where could I go to be safe and to get off the streets. Because when you're living in a truck and hotel, there is no peace. Because you're always watching your back, left and right. So my church played a great role when they told me where to go. And I called the phone number right afterwards and heard this nice, peaceful voice over the phone. And I was like, it was just God speaking to me saying, this is where you need to go. I came in on a Saturday morning and I cried through the whole process because I wasn't safe out on the street anymore. It was very scary, something I wasn't used to, and they told me I was going to be safe here, and I have been ever since I've been here. I've been safe.
Deborah is one of the most amazing women I've seen come through this program in the past year. Besides being an inspiration to the staff, she's an inspiration to the other women who come through our doors. To see someone like Deborah who had it all, lost it all, and found a way to get it all back. She's working for a great company now, and next week she moves into her own home. We couldn't imagine a better outcome for her.
In the meantime, I've gotten a full-time job with benefits. I'm working for RTA, which is the Regional Transportation Authority. I saved up, I bought a new car, well, a used car, it's new to me. I've saved up and I'm getting ready to move out this week into my own little house. Being homeless, you feel about as low as a snail because people don't look at you as a person anymore. You're just an object. You're a nuisance. And you're not, you're a human. I've gone to college right after I graduated. I've had work for Fortune 500 companies. And for me to go from that to feeling like a snail, useless, a nuisance to society, a nuisance to your community. And then when I got my job, I felt like a woman again. I felt human again. I felt like people started to see me for who I am again, like Deborah Minor.